This business is in my DNA. The inspiration was definitely through my family because we had cafes in those days on the south coast in England, and I thought they were the coolest places on the planet. Plus having a Spanish mother and going to Spain and experiencing this wonderful cuisine, I was obsessed from a very early age. This is what I wanted to do.
You worked with Bill Wyman at Sticky Fingers, didn't you? What was that like?
Yeah, I also worked with Pink Floyd for some years, but anyway, Bill Wyman, it was an absolute 10 years of fun, excitement, madness. The restaurant was incredibly busy. I went on to open several other restaurants around the country for him, and I had the most incredible 10 years. I was very much the inner circle of the Bill Wyman lifestyle. He treated me extremely well, and I probably, went to some of the best parties you could ever imagine and just had the most wonderful time, as well as working very, very hard for the brand.
And you worked with Pink Floyd?
I did. I worked for Pink Floyd in the 80s when they were making The Wall, actually, and Gerald Scarfe was the animator. And actually, I'm on the album, on one of the tracks, because when they were singing The Wall, what's the track, they brought us all down from the offices to give extra power behind the track that they were with.
We don't need no education, we don't need no thought control.
That's the one. That's the one.
We're showing our age here, aren't we, Lorraine?
I was only 16 at the time.
Annie's has become a real institution in Chiswick. People love it.
They do, and I'm so very grateful for that, actually. I opened Annie's when we sold Sticky Fingers in 2004, and it was my next door neighbour owned the premises, and he kept saying to me, Lorraine, why don't you have it? You could make it something. And I had in my mind exactly what this spot needed. We opened Annie's and it was an immediate success. The aim was that people could come in any time of the day on their own, families, date night, whatever. But it was this core of the community that people love and enjoy being a part of. And fortunately, that's exactly what Annie's has become. I see people that were 5 who are now adults with their own children that have been coming to me all these years, and it's a great feeling.
And everything else in this location had failed before, so what do you do that is so different?
Well, I think what I bring to the businesses that I open is a degree of femininity. Within the restaurant industry, there's very few women. It's a very male-dominated industry. And you can walk in a restaurant and I can feel that male energy in the design, in the food, in the style of the food, often just the personality of the business. There is no denying when you walk into any of mine, whether it be Rock and Rose, Little Bird or Annie's, that there's a woman behind it. And I think that that is a nice feeling. I think my businesses feel as if they're loved and there's someone caring about them. And I think that creates a lovely personality.
It does, and for me, coming here is a bit like home from home, or perhaps home as I would like my home to be.
Well, our tagline actually is Annie's Home from Home, because that's exactly what we wanted to do. And we hope that that's how comfortable people feel with us.
So you've expanded hugely. You've done extremely well in very tough times. You've got Little Bird also in Chiswick. You've got Rock and Rose in Richmond. You've got a restaurant in Barnes and one in Battersea. So how has the restaurant business changed? What changes have you seen in that time? And how tough has it been?
It's the toughest I've ever known it. I've been in this industry for 30 years and it's tough on every single level. Staffing is very difficult. All this is well documented. The cost of all the produce that we use has gone through the roof. Rents, rates, people's desires, people's standards are very high and they expect them to be met. And as a business, you have to consume all the extra costs because you don't want to automatically, let's just put the prices up. Because I'm very price sensitive, I want my customers to feel as if they've had a great time and we were worth it.
Most restaurants have a signature dish. What's Annie's?
Well, At the moment, because it's winter, our signature dish comes back every winter, and that's the famous Annie's shepherd's pie. It's absolutely delicious, and I think you'd have to go a long way to find any better than that.
Congratulations on 18 years of Annie's.
Thank you.